When we talk about a composite chart, we're basically talking about a result from merging the birth charts of two partners in a relationship. Okay, so basically, partner A, yes, we get his birth chart. Partner B, we get his or her birth chart. Okay, and we add these together, and we get like the result, okay, a third chart. When we get this third chart, basically, we are calling it a composite chart, which represents the personality or the persona of the couple as if they were one person. All right. Now, when we're talking about a Capricorn Ascendant in a composite chart, we are looking at this couple and we are saying, this couple is actually really matured, okay? Everything that they do, it just says maturity, okay? This is the first thing that we're going to notice about this couple. We are also going to notice that they're a bit reserved. By reserved, I mean they may appear as if they are a bit cold, towards other people. They're a bit unemotional, like unmoved by other people. So this couple could also be appearing as like a really serious, and they could be serious because perhaps they are really like workaholics, and most of the time they dedicate their lives working, and regardless of this, there could also be maturity in age as well, because sometimes it's maturity in age and sometimes it's maturity in experience. So regardless, there's maturity that we are seeing from this couple, right? And we are also looking at this couple. We're also looking at people who respect authority, or who themselves could be authority, And what we also know about this couple, guys, is that actually they make their money, or their money comes through working with other people and other organizations. And their money could also be coming from, working with a community, perhaps, perhaps the organizations that they work for, they, they give them money, like as in the form of bonuses, donations, gifts, all right. But at the same time, this money could also be coming from the family, family from this city, family from their other region, they're just sending them money. So they have these sorts of incomes that are coming from different places, okay? And what we also see is that when they talk to each other, oh my goodness, so they are... even though their speech towards each other could be a bit like straightforward, but at the same time they leave like a room for being unique, a room for presenting each partner as they feel, without like thinking about the emotional baggage that some couples think about. Okay, so this couple doesn't really put emotions forward when they speak. They just speak their mind, okay, and in a unique way as possible. All right. And we also see that with the neighbors, for example, this is where the communication changes. With the neighbors, they can be a bit soft when they talk to the neighbors. They can be a bit aloof as well. We are seeing that. We're also seeing that when they speak with their neighbors, there could be some confusion as well sometimes. it's either the neighbors don't understand them or they don't understand the neighbors, okay? But we can see that most of the time the communication is soft. The communication can tend to be a bit spiritual. All right, remember that a Capricorn Ascendant couple is also concerned about their status and about how they appear to the world. So basically a Capricorn Ascendant could act to, you know, to be the best in terms of their appearance, in terms of their status, and they work hard actually to get a good status within the community. So talking to the neighbors, of course, they're going to be very, very they're going to appear soft, they're going to appear, or they're going to sound rather soft, and they're going to sound spiritual, and they're going to sound understanding, because they need to uphold the status that they love to have as a couple within the society, right? So this is what we see. And at the same time, when it comes to their home life, like at the home, at the house, this is where, you know, the fights come about, okay? Like, as I said, when they talk to each other, they don't prioritize emotions. They don't prioritize how my partner will feel when I say this. So within the household, at the house, they just, you know, burst out if they have to. And they have those heated arguments when it's necessary. And again, these arguments will quickly dissipate, all right? So if they're home and, you know, one is not like one partner is not happy about, I don't know, about the decoration, for example, and they burst out like, oh my gosh, why did you buy this blanket? I don't like this blanket, blah, blah, blah. Well, you know, in a couple of hours, in a couple of days, the fight will be over, okay? Because remember, it's not about emotions really, it's just about saying what they want to say to each other, all right? So anyway, this couple, even though they could be a bit cold, so to speak, they're really not cold, but you know, we're going to use the word cold. They could appear as if distant. Yeah, let's use that word. They could appear as distant, but with their children, you know, they really instill good values. They instill principles. They instill like a tradition, you know, because remember, again, guys, like a Capricorn Ascendant is really based on tradition. They love tradition, okay? This is one couple that will not want to move from the traditions that they've gotten from their families, because remember, again, status goes with tradition, being accepted, doing acceptable norms. Therefore, they also instill these values and principles in their children, all right? But at the same time, because again, Capricorn Ascendant couple is concerned about, you know, having the best quality things, having the best money, having the, if there's best money, having the best material things, and therefore they will also afford all of these things to their children, okay? Their kids will be wearing expensive clothes. Their kids could be driving, you know, the best cars as early as, you know, 21 years old, 18 years old, you know. Their kids are best materialize in terms of, you know, meeting that status level that they want to achieve as this couple. So basically, themselves, they must appear good. Their children, they must appear best, all right? But at the same time, they do have a lot of affection towards their children. They actually fixed, yes, in their discipline and traditions, but they have affection, okay? And we can tell that their kids are also beautiful children, all right? They're beautiful children who are well represented in the society. All right, so they're doing very good in that aspect, and we can see that they do not really have a lot of health problems, if we must be honest. They don't have a lot of problems when it comes to their health, and they also don't have a lot of debt, like some couples would do. Because remember this, as I said, guys, Capricorn Ascendant, working hard, and meaning that they work hard to afford, okay? They work hard to make money, and they work hard to afford. So this is a couple that wouldn't have a lot of debt, okay? And if some debt would come up, it would be quickly resolved, okay? And what we see is that when it comes to their conflict, I mean, guys, as I said, they speak their mind to each other. They sort it out as soon as possible, and everything dissipates, and they go back to normal, being friends to each other again. And that's what they do. And you see, this couple actually, you guys, really, when we look at them, they actually attract people who are nurturing, towards them. And when, as I said, guys, matured, right? Maturity, this is what we see, right? So they are attracting now like motherly figures into their couple. So this is a couple that would be getting gifts from, mothers, getting gifts from, motherly figures, and nurturing and advice and all of that. Okay, so this is what we're seeing, right? And at the same time, this would actually, even though this would irritate them, having all of this emotional attention from the people, but it's good for them, and they also know that it's good for them at the same time. All right. And I mean, when it comes to their love making and the bedroom life, this is where things start to be a bit heated up. Okay, there's a lot of heat, but at the same time there's a lot of differences. Okay, there's a lot of differences. Okay, but we can see differences in ego, and we can also see differences in opinion of what needs to be followed in the bedroom life. Okay, so one partner would be feeling their own way, and the other partner would be wanting to do their own thing. Okay, so this is where the differences would start to really show, but of course it's hidden stuff, so it's only in between them. Okay, so it doesn't concern any of us. And you know what, guys, some things should be kept hidden, okay? And some explorations that are done in secret should also remain a secret, because with this couple that's possible. All right, so what we also see is that they get a bit of like their dads, like in terms of family. Okay, first of all, the in-laws, basically, they also a bit I would say there's at least one family in-law which is of high class in life, in the social ladder. They're on top of a thing. And we can also see that they are very close with the in-laws, or with the family, with at least one family of the partners, in a sense that they don't take their couple and separate it from that particular family. Okay, it could be either the family of partner A or the family of partner B, or both families. Okay, and we can see that there's a lot of some teachings that they also receive or give to the dads in their lives. So maybe a father of each partner, or at least one dad. Okay, And what we can see is that there is some financial advice that they could be getting from one of their fathers, okay? Either financial advice or health advice, okay? When there's something relating to these two subjects, they go to that dad and say, okay, dad, in our couple, we're facing this and this and this. What can we do? And then you find that this father or both dads, they help this couple also relating, they give them advices relating to their conflicts, to the challenges they face in their day-to-day activities, as well as, I already said finance as well, okay? And as well as enemies. Yeah, when this couple is dealing with enemies, one of the dads would be able to say, okay, you know what, do this to combat this enemy that you're facing. All right, so we see that another another interesting aspect is that we as a society, we are, when we're looking at this couple, we really adore them, okay? We accept them as a society, and they also represent themselves very well in the society, okay? Because again, they have to uphold that status, so they dress very well to present themselves to us for our acceptance. They do all these things, and we find that the society and this couple have a very nurturing, a very affectionate and compassionate relationship. So, this is how their role in the society is seen. And they like to also be involved in the society in activities including things like such as social events, entertainment, museums and stuff like this, okay? And regarding their friends now, this is where the problem really starts, okay? Like the huge problem. Like they have there's like this belief, this psychological belief that their friends are against them, okay? This couple is convinced, guys, like they are convinced 100% that at least one of their friends don't like them, or one doesn't like them, or one of their friends is against them, against their couple life. And we are saying psychological belief because most of the time it is not true. Most of the time these friends, it's just that the friends that they usually surround themselves with are friends that are very like taboo in terms of their behavior, are friends that are secretive, are friends that can be manipulative, actually, so maybe because of that, then this couple is going to believe that these friends are against me. You know what, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it's true. That is possible. Some of their friends could actually use some manipulative tactics against this couple. So in an essence, they are right to have those psychological issues. Yeah, because we can see that. Yeah, that is clear. We can see it. And we can also see that there could be some, like within this friendship network, there could be some friends who are very good in things like such as research, investigative work, but at the same time there are also friends who can be just outright dangerous, okay? Narcissistic. These are found within the friendship circle of this couple, okay? Perhaps that's why they should be having such a psychological belief that that our friends are sometimes against us. Anyway, we can also see that when it comes to their bedroom life, remember we already talked about how they are intimate with each other, that there could be some ego clashes and stuff like that, but they could also explore out. Anyway, we are looking at their losses, okay? These guys, they can be very expensive. Like, they spend a lot of money on expenses, okay? They buy a lot of stuff, okay? Because I mean, to keep up a status, as we said, this is a status-based couple. To keep up a status, you have to buy those quality clothes, you have to drive the best cars, you have to have the best house, your kids must go to the best schools and everything. So all of that demands a lot of money. So these guys, they really have high expenses, but of course they work. So because they work so hard, they're able to afford this, and if they're not, they're able to fake it because they have to keep up the status in the society. All right, so that's it for Capricorn Ascendant, and I must say thank you. I'll chat to you soon. I tot sweet.